Welcome. It's a wee hours in the morning. Is it morning yet? Yeah, it is. But the Sixers out on the West Coast trip. The first game, and it started out to look like it was going to be one to put you to sleep.
I know.
But Golden State woke up and started playing ball. So, but the Sixers squeaked it out. The Sixers win. Tobias Harris did what he'd been doing all season for the most part, closing the game out. Ben Simmons was, he was Ben Simmons. And, our bench was our bench on the road. Oh, and Tony Bradley. Definitely got a shout out to Tony.
You got to get that man his
Bradley.
props.
Yeah, I think it was did he even miss tonight?
He did.
At one point he wasn't.
He never missed. He was 8 for 8 from the floor.
Danny Green hit a clutch. Danny Green hit a clutch three. Here and there. I know people want to give Danny grief, but Danny's been consistent with what he's been.
Yeah, he came up big for us today. He just comes up clutch, but not early on.
Well, that's usually, clutch is usually later on. He could have been like Shake. Shake was cooking a little bit early on, and then Shake started breaking.
But I think Shake is the reason why we actually won the game toward the end. His offense, he came with some big points down the stretch to get us back in the game. Him and Tobias.
That ball was 5 for 14, brother.
I'm not saying he shot well.
Tobias, I'm not giving Shake shot what? What did he shoot down the stretch?
Down the stretch, he made some clutch baskets. You gotta watch. Rewatch it? It's late.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that because
it's late, so you might be tired.
All I know is he made 5 baskets. How many of them did he make in the fourth? I know he missed a lot of shots.
He missed a few. I tell you one thing, the boy Jordan Poole, he's nice. Yeah. He's a nice player for Golden State, and also what's the boy name? Bazemore. His D is like that. He actually gave fits to a couple of our players. So stop the pause.
But you go get this early in the morning. Listen, your boy had a clunker tonight.
Who's that?
I'm glad Bradley stepped up because I don't know what Dwight was doing, bro.
Dwight might be tired. I mean, come on, you got to give him.
All I know is he went 0 for 6 for 2 points. He had 13 boards though. But that's part of that. That bench was struggling tonight.
The bench didn't play well at all. Outside of Shake, really, we got nothing from the bench.
Shake gave us well,
but Shake gave us 13 points.
Okay.
And outside of that, Maxey gave us 5, and we got 2 from Dwight Howard. That was it.
Yeah, we didn't get many points from the bench. So
and then Korkmaz, he was 2 for 6 from the 3-point lane. He shot 50%, but it's 2 for 6. He didn't hit a lot of threes. We struggled a little bit, but I'll tell you one thing: we blew. Are you concerned about those big leads that we blow during the game?
No,
or not?
Well, I mean that's just like when we talk about the bench. I get it; it's a concern with how they've played the last couple games. But the way I look at it is, Korkmaz is usually your bench. Tony Bradley is usually on your bench. Like those aren't normally our starters.
Yeah.
So now they're putting the starting lineup, and of course, Tony Bradley, who knows how many minutes he's going to get because you still had Dwight. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just saying, Korkmaz is going to be coming off your bench now. Like you're not going to have those points in the start. If Seth Curry is in there and he's playing,
then Kork could be coming off.
Right.
Yeah.
So that strengthens your bench. I still think. By the trade deadline, we need either a point guard that can handle the ball and take some of the ball handling duties away from Ben, so that because when he's not handling, and sometimes even him with the turnovers and stuff.
Yeah.
But when he's not handling it, then like Shake can't run point. Like who else? Maxey a little helter-skelter to me. I don't know what it is. I like the kid, man, and I really do root for him. But it's something about he reminds me like the TJ McConnell just running around, seeing his little plaits flop around and stuff like that, man. I don't know why it irks. Like maybe he need to get like a fro hawk,
a buzz cut or something.
Yeah, get something, bro. I think it's the plaits that bother me.
You can't. That's not. That should be the determining factor why you don't like him.
No, but the way he running around, because it remind me of like when the Bulls run around, he hair all flopping around. And they like the Bulls, like TJ McConnell, just be running around, dribbling around. That's what it looked like Maxey do.
Anyway, what did you say? He looked too happy.
Huh?
He looked too happy out there.
Yeah, just like that. Like I said, like Teen Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Just dribbling the ball around, dribbling around. Like, come on, bro. But I mean, then to not to rip him like that, because I don't know what the coach wants him to do. Like the coaches might be telling him they don't want him to shoot it like that and put up shots. So I mean, he's still young, so I'm not going to rip him like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got the win. This is our second road win. So we beat New York on Sunday night. Then we fly out west, and then we get the first victory against Golden State. And I do expect us to beat the Los Angeles Lakers on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure about that Clippers game, but I do think we should beat the
I think
Lakers.
the Clippers game is the one that I'm concerned about more than
anything. But my concern, as far as the team is concerned, and because the trade deadline is coming up on Thursday at 3:00, we do need some type of guard play, another guard, a shooting or point guard. And also, are you concerned with the dribble penetration that other opposing teams do against our squad? Because that's actually how Golden State got back in the game. And teams that we struggle against, like Utah, like Portland, and like Phoenix, those are the only 3 teams in the NBA that I'm cautious about, because they do well as far as dribble penetration, finding an open man and slash and everything. And you saw
you start to freeze up a little bit unless it's me.
Oh, well, you saw on display today, we were getting killed by dribble penetration against Golden State. That's how they got back into the game.
Well, first of all, the 3 teams that you named are all on the West. And I don't see any of them making the finals unless it's maybe Utah. And you already saw what we did to Utah.
See, I think Phoenix got just as good of a chance to make the finals as Utah.
It might, but I honestly, I don't. You forget we still don't have Joel Embiid in that middle, and although Ben Simmons is vying for Defensive Player of the Year and all that stuff, and Embiid is a staple on defense. Now I do have an issue with Ben, and this is why we have to get another point guard. He cannot miss these foul shots like that. If your whole game is you driving to the basket, you must hit foul shots.
For foul shooting, it would kill us the game, because I think we missed about 13. He himself was 6 for 12 at one point. I'm not sure where he finished with.
I mean, he finished 7 for 15. So even from the 6 for 12, you know what I'm saying? He went 1 out of 3.
So he was less than 50%.
That's inexcusable. He shot 46. No, wait. 7 for 15 was he shot 8 for 14. So 6 for 12, and then he went 2 for 2. Okay, but you can't, the 6 for 12. Like, that's inexcusable. You can't shoot 57% from the free throw line.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. He struggled but I don't think he's been getting to the line too often the last few games. But even still, he got to make them free throws. I can't even defend him real.
Yeah, I definitely can't defend him with that, because that's one of my main holdups with him is if you're not a jump shooter and your game is attacking the basket, you're going to get foul calls. You got to be able to score those.
Yeah, and Tobias, I'm sorry, but his game got better in every aspect, man. He's balling this year. You see how he kept finding the ball, Tony Bradley for assists, like easy layups. Then he was knocking down clutch shots, fadeaways. His game is at a whole different level right now.
I mean, coaching makes a difference. Now, the one thing I will say, Ben only had 2 turnovers. I wonder how he only had 2 turnovers since they was playing against the greatest defender of all time. Wasn't that what we was told, that Draymond is the greatest defender of all time? Wasn't it on this very podcast that 2 individuals who amazingly aren't present today was saying Draymond Green was a better player than Ben Simmons?
Well, they just contributors. They're not really main hosts. That's how we're gonna review them.
Yeah, that's right. I'm taking shots.
Yeah.
At least one of them was supposed to be here today.
I know. He fell asleep in the middle of the game. I ain't gonna mention nobody's name. Simon.
They was talking early on. But I mean, listen, I can understand maybe falling asleep on this game, but I mean, early on, I still like to see. We still got stuff to work on, but this game shows every time I watch this bench on the road, it shows, they say in the playoffs, the road team and the role players play better at home. That's
Yeah,
the difference. And that's why home court advantage is so important. So even if we got to struggle like we did tonight, as long as we get the win and
you
we stay
okay?
ahead of the pack, I'm good.
I agree with that. But as far as this was a team. We had a 24-point lead in the second, and then that lead just shrank and just kept shrinking and shrinking, and then all of a sudden they took that lead. That Golden State took that lead, and I'm
But you
like,
got to
wow.
get Golden State some props too. They started shooting. They built their team to be a shooting team to hit shots.
Wiggins woke up, and
Yeah.
Kelly
The guy, who was
Oubre.
the other guy? Lee? Well, I don't even know who some of them dudes they had. Lee woke up,
Yeah,
he hit a few. Poole was hitting some shots.
yeah, Jordan
Oubre
Poole.
been, and that's what who was it? Was it Ephraim that was speaking up and speaking on Oubre? One of them was. But I wonder if Oubre would be available during the trade deadline.
Yeah, but even though I be riding the ball a lot, I do like Danny Green.
Yeah,
because with Danny Green, he keeps his composure. And remember Doc in his press conference the other day, Danny Green he said that they thought they was going to lose that game against New York. They was all panicking and everything. And so Danny Green was like, we're going to win this game. He was the only one. He said everybody else, all the other players was all concerned. They're like, oh, we're going to lose this game. We're going to lose this game. But Danny Green was like, we got it. And they wound up winning. And Danny hit those big shots. So I think it says a lot to have that veteran presence of Danny Green.
But this is what this is one of the points I've been arguing about Danny Green all season. I know sometimes we get caught up, and I'm not just saying this about you or just anybody else in particular. One of the things I've learned as I've gotten older is sometimes you got to look at the big picture with everything. Sometimes we get caught up with, and that's the same thing, like even with Ben Simmons, he only scoring such and such points. Sometimes you got to look at everything. It's still a team sport.
Yeah.
So like Danny Green, even though he's not coming out there and like we want somebody to be like this sniper that's just out there shooting and hitting stuff at a high clip, like how Seth was early in the season.
Yeah,
that's not what Danny Green is, though.
I know.
But he's consistent at playing defense, and he has that confidence, and he will shoot, and he will rally your team up.
Yeah, that's true. But with that being said, I would still trade him if I can get Kyle Lowry.
I'm not for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I mean, you know why? Because that's your point guard that you're going to need when Ben frees up in the playoffs. That's your point guard.
Kyle Lowry plays great in the playoffs.
He won an NBA title.
So did Danny Green. Danny Green won 2 back-to-back, and he won more of them than Kyle Lowry. So now, so what we talking about?
What I'm saying is Kyle working with Joel and Tobias is a good matchup. It's a good big four. You have to have four go-to guys. I believe that Kyle will make the big shot. Also, he can D up the Kyrie. Ben could be on Harden, and then it's like the matchup. There is no.
So you telling me you think that Kyle Lowry's defense is better than Danny Green's?
Yeah, you don't think so?
No. Kyle Lowry defense consists of sitting down, taking flops, taking charges.
He get them calls. I'm taking Kyle. I want all the people, all the listeners, tell me if you.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I just honestly, but this is my whole thing. Are we just trading just to do trades, or are we making something that's going to make us a drastically better team?
But you don't think he makes? You don't think he'll make it? I think
he may, but for one, you're pulling somebody in the middle of the season, so now he has to get acclimated to everything else. And like you just said, Danny Green is bringing a lot more to the team. He has the respect of the team.
I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying it's because Danny doesn't have that point guard skill that Kyle has.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying I wouldn't necessarily go get Kyle Lowry. I'm just saying I don't know if. I don't think a Kyle Lowry is like he's it. Like he's gonna be the guy to make the whole. I just don't see that.
You don't see him being that guy, that person to take us over the top.
So where do you put? No, he might be if he's added to the team as is. But I'm saying, like, if you're talking about getting him and then giving up a piece that has been crucial for us and been working for us, then you're giving up something. Even though you might be getting back a little bit more, you're still giving something up. So I don't think that it's a drastic improvement in the team.
So if you got to give a Maxey, Danny, what's number one again?
I'm not giving all that up for Kyle Lowry,
Mike Scott, and a pick.
I'm not giving all that up for no Kyle Lowry.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm not giving all that up for Kyle Lowry.
Now you have Seth, Ben, Kyle.
And what has Seth been doing?
Well, he's hurt right now, but he can shoot.
Can he?
You know he can shoot.
Can he? Ever since the COVID, he been hit and miss.
No, he hurt his ankle. You telling me that starting lineup, that five, there's a better five out there than five?
What what five? Say this again.
Tobias Harris, Embiid, Kyle Lowry, Ben, and Seth.
Yeah, I'm still taking the Nets starting five over that.
No, that starting five they don't even have a starting five. They got a starting maybe five.
Oh, okay. And guess what? And you're talking about with two of our guys that you just named that's not even on the court right now. And one of them been hit and miss in the head case, and the other one is frequently injured. So if we talking about if we talking about
you rather stand pat. You want to stand pat.
I'm not saying I want to stand pat, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily want to give Danny Green up. If I got to give Danny Green up, I want a player that's going to be like. I know we're not going to beat him, but like if we're getting like a Zach LaVine or a Buddy Hield or something like that, then
of course, yeah. What about Victor Oladipo?
That would intrigue me. I'm not going to lie, because I've seen Oladipo play at. I think Oladipo still can ball
post injury.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of them, but I know Oladipo can play defense. He can handle the rock. He can score.
Post injury though.
I mean, has Kyle Lowry played? Ain't he been injured?
Yeah, he been back. I mean, they've been losing, but they've been back.
I don't know. Before I just give a blanket statement, I would have to look everything over. Kyle Lowry just doesn't wow me. I feel like he's on the downside of his career.
Oh, he's 35, so he is.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like, first of all, like you look at Dwight Howard at 35, he ripped, cut, tall, jump, everything else. You look at Kyle Lowry, he looked like the bull hanging on the corner of South Philly somewhere. Like,
but he looked like that when he was 25. So
I know, but now when you're 35, you know what I'm saying? Now you're 35 looking like you hanging at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. You know, that I mean, I'm not disrespecting the bull Kyle. I don't want to disrespect
him. That's Philly zone.
I don't want to disrespect him like that, but I would take him on my squad. I would take him or George Hill on my squad. But I'm just saying, I don't know if he's like, if we picked him up, it's not going to make me be like, oh no, he in there. Especially depending on what we give up for him.
I just want I need a ball. I need a true point guard. I mean, you seen with Phoenix Suns how different they are with Chris Paul in there. It's a difference when you have a true point guard and that's not scared. Like, say, I love Ben. Ben is my dude, but I also recognize his weaknesses, and I know that's going to be a weakness come fourth quarter playoff time.
But that's not our issue, though. With Ben, our issue is the bench. When he goes to the bench, we have no point guard.
That's true.
That's the issue. And like when you look at and I guess that's what Seth is kind of trying to be, that kind of role. You know, if he's healthy. You know, a couple of them games he did look good with that. But like if you look at Phoenix that you mentioned, what's his name can handle the rock?
Booker.
Yeah, Booker can handle the rock. Booker's played some point guard. So you can take Chris Paul out and give him some rest, and Booker can handle the rock.
Yeah.
Our problem is we have Shake was supposed to be that for us, but it looked like Shake can't do both. Like Shake can't handle the rock. And it's something missing with Shake's game. I think I'd rather just have Shake just shoot. Like, listen, you just
focus on shooting. Yeah. I think they want Maxey to be a point guard. Actually, I think that's what that's not his skill set. He has to develop it. So maybe next year. So you rather if a gun to your head, are you making trades or are you standing pat?
No. I'm always down to make a trade to improve. I just don't want to. My point is, I'm not a person that wants to make a trade just to say we made a trade. Like to just go out there and say, oh well, we got Danny Green on an expiring contract. All right, let's go get this. And it's not. Do I think it? I don't know if it's a clear-cut improvement bringing Kyle Lowry in. I don't know if Kyle Lowry can bring you the same shooting that Danny Green gives you, or so if he's not bringing you the same shooting, now you're taking away one of the guys who's actually help to open up the floor for you, the shooter. So now we taking the shooter away. I mean, not saying that Lowry can't shoot, but he's not shooting on Danny Green level, I don't think.
JJ Redick might be available.
Can he still shoot
in the buyout market?
Can he still shoot?
Shooter always don't know how to shoot. It's more so
there's a difference just standing around in the layup line and shooting or shoot around and shooting when you got 6'10", 6'5" dudes running at you trying to block your shot.
I mean, he got a quick release.
Dynamic.
He's always had a quick release. That don't change. He just can't play defense.
But he's a jump shooter. Them legs, bro. It's them legs.
But he's not. That's 19 minutes a game tops. 15.
No, I hear you. But when you get older, that's a lot longer than what it sounds like when you in your 20s.
I mean, that's true.
Or late 20s.
I mean, we got a lot that we can go.
I'm down to explore anything. I honestly, I'm not. I seen the George Hill. George Hill wouldn't wow me, but I wouldn't be. You
wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on what I'm not trying to give up. If you're telling me, all right, like if you tell me like I gotta give up Thibault to bring in Kyle Lowry or something like that, like I don't know if I'm necessarily trying to do that.
I agree because Thibault 22 and
right.
I agree.
So I mean, we'll see. But I do think I agree. A point that you have been making all season. We do need a backup stretch four. We do. Because Mike Scott ain't it, bro.
He's not.
Mike Scott is not it. Even though he's supposed to, he must be good enough to replace Tobias.
He ain't gonna let that go.
I'm never gonna let that go. I'm never gonna let that go.
Yo, they was adamant about that too.
But they deny it now, though, right?
They deny it when Tobias became our MVP. He might be the MVP of our league or a team. I mean, he's been the most consistent.
I don't think he was more consistent than B before B went out.
But now we proven that we could win without Embiid. I know he is home mad.
But it's I that's like you got a little carried away earlier. See, everybody all know Tim we is in the chat and Tim talking about something. We should trade Embiid. When the Sixers up like 25, we should trade him.
I know, right?
We get like, hey, sit down.
First of all, I was trolling. I didn't mean it on before people go like, "You crazy."
You should have made sure you stated that to me because I stopped looking at the text board for a while after that. I was like, I'm not listening to this foolishness that's going on right now.
That's because the boy Tony Bradley was having a good game. So I was like, yo, we should trade. Remember
Tony Bradley was good. He was having a good game against another young boy.
Yeah, two young boys balling, and he
it make a difference when them vets come in here a little bit.
No, I agree.
But I'm fine with. To me, I like the fact that I just want to win while Embiid is out. I feel like no matter what, when Embiid comes back, he's the guy on the team. He's the guy that we're going to ride on his back, however far we go. So. And I think it'll help to take some of that stress off of Toby. I think it actually gets the pressing on him a little bit. Like he's not saying he's not built to ball, but that's just like we were talking about in the back-to-back games. I think it's a lot of weight on Tobias. I like him better where he doesn't have to worry about being the guy for the whole game.
Yeah. It's not fair too. It's like sit there and just balance it out.
Right.
But Ben, and another thing, like Ben had 12 points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 points in that first quarter, but then he got real quiet in the third quarter, and that's when they win.
Yeah, because he was missing foul shots.
Yeah, he
was missing foul shots. I'm saying, man, Ben Simmons had 14, 16 free throws. 14.
Yeah, he got to the line.
Yeah, he was getting to the line, getting the calls,
just clanking them. But
heck, I wish one of them Bulls was in here to cape for Draymond Green again.
Yeah, but the Warriors look like they got a nice little team. You definitely can see some play. They do got players. They got some pieces. They got some young pieces. They got some young people. They got defenders. So I enjoy watching them, but Sixers are a championship caliber squad, and we was missing 2 starters. So,
well, Ephraim was going to say that they was trash because he want to try to hype up Seth Curry.
I know, right? All right, so the Sixers beat the Golden State Warriors 108-98. The game was actually closer than the final score. So we move on to Los Angeles. We play them Thursday. It's another late night game. Me and Wayne be here. I'm not sure about the other 2 Yellow Bulls. You got any more comments before we roll out?
Nah, man, I'm good.
All right, we'll be next time we're on at the trading deadline will be over. So we'll see whether or not we still got our whole team together or we got some new teammates.
Oh, I ain't do all the why the I was about to say Wi-Fi, all the Spotify,
all right,
YouTube, all that. So handle all the preliminaries.
All right, make sure y'all like us on Spotify, iTunes, Facebook, the whole 9, Twitter, YouTube, definitely, and don't forget to leave your comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. All right, it's late. I'm going to bed. We out.